Hello friends! How are we today? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just wait for a few minutes for everyone to pop on and then we'll get started. I'll plug in my light, which you guys were asking me in the last tutorial about lighting. I feel like we talked a lot about lighting in my last tutorial. So I was going to show you guys my mirror that I use and swear by. And I'm also going to post in the comments, hi, where you can find all of the makeup. I linked my beaded bracelets. I linked my Apple Watch band. I linked my fun little romper. So all of that is pinned in the description and in the comments. So both places you can find all of those links. Thank you. So I also wanted to show you guys my mirror because it actually just restocked yesterday and I'm so excited. So this is called the Gala. This is by a company called Fancy and you can use my code RAYA15 to save, and I'll post the link right here in the comments. I should have pinned this also, but I forgot. Fancy. All right, so I just typed it out in the comments. This is where you can find it. And this is like my hands down favorite mirror from them. I have a ton of other ones. I have this one, which is called the Aurora. And this is my favorite when I travel or we're in the motorhome or whatever, because it's really like compact and you still have the storage. You still have like the amazing swivel. And then you also still have the natural light. But that's called the Aurora. And then this one that I use every single day in my beauty room, this one is called the Gala. So I love this one because it has a super bright natural light. Looking at this mirror is it is like sitting in front of an open window. So this is perfect if you don't have access to an open window for doing your makeup, your hair, whatever. So it has all the storage and they're pretty like good size storage. So it's perfect for storing all your lipsticks or whatever. And then it also has a USB cord. So you don't have to use batteries, but you can use batteries if you're wanting to. And then it also like turns and swivels and goes all the way. It's so amazing. And then it also has a little magnification here. So I think it's perfect. And I love that you can kind of like put it away if you don't want it. But this is hands down my favorite mirror from them, and I love the natural light from there. So highly recommend. And again, you can use my code RAYA15 to get it on sale, but I think it's like less than $40. So that makes it even cheaper with my code. Oh my gosh, so good. Yeah, so it restocked yesterday, so make sure you grab it. Again, it's called the Gala, Gala, and you can find it on the website right here, Fancy. And you can use my code RAYA15 to save. So hands down, favorite thing ever. And I believe they do ship to like the UK, Ireland, all of those fun places. Yeah, it's so good. And I love that it's affordable. It's not like $120 or whatever. You have the Aurora. I love that one too. Thank you, Connie. I know, I was so shocked. So Unique always has a competition every year for different categories. And I won last year, so I was in first place last year for personal sales. So of course, being the competitive nature I am, I was chasing that first place again this year, and I was sat at number 2 all year. 11 months I sat at number 2. They released the charts like every month or every other month, and so I would look, and it's number 2, and so I kind of was like, I'm okay with number 2. I mean, I worked really, really hard. I was like, I accepted my fate, you know? So yesterday they announced the final list for the winners. And I like got chills. I was so shocked. I had moved up to number 1. So thank you guys so much for all of your congratulations. It's seriously like, you guys should be congratulated. It's our accomplishment. I couldn't do without your guys' love and shares and support and just trusting me with the makeup recommendations and trying the makeup and trying the skincare. Like, I owe it all to you guys, so thank you. Thank you, thank you. Yes, the mirror is called the Gala. What's the oval shaped mirror called? The Vera. The Vera is a really good one too. I like that one because it has the chrome, and I keep that one in my bathroom because it looks a little nicer. I have not given a tour of my house finished yet. I've been meaning to when it's clean. It's been not that clean lately because of all the shindigs and everything, but I did do a backyard tour and I have that saved on my Instagram highlights. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, make sure you do. My Instagram name is rayahope there. So make sure you follow me on Instagram for the for the backyard tour. And then I also did, when we remodeled the entire house, I filmed like the entire thing. So if you want to see the whole like replay of our whole in-home renovation, we renovated an entire house. We bought in October and we finished July 3rd. So thank you so much. I love you guys. You guys are so amazing. I'm so blessed to have all of you here. I'm doing so well. How are you guys? Touch. It must have been my orders. It is because of you. You're amazing. Thank you guys so much. So if you guys ever need any help, this goes without saying, please message me, send me a selfie facing a window, and I'd be so happy to give you a full recommendation for makeup. Yes, I have kids. For makeup and hair and all the fun things. So just send me a selfie facing window and we can get you all set up. But just like I always tell you guys, we always have a love it guarantee. So if you don't love anything for any reason, you can return it. I'll even help you. So yeah, we'll get started. We'll dive on in now. Let me find a hair clip. Thank you. I did last week, Kristen. Thank you so much. All right, so I'm going to pin up my hair and then we'll get started. So today's makeup routine, we're going to do the stick foundation. If I can find it, there it is. So the stick foundation is, Diana, yes, I can send you the link to my favorite strapless. Or you can just message me and I'll give you the link. All right, so hi from France. Awesome. So if you guys haven't yet, if you could click that share button in your bottom left-hand corner, and if you haven't yet, also in the top right-hand corner, you'll see 3 little dots. If you could click those 3 dots and you want to turn on live notifications, that way you don't miss out on any future tutorials that I do, hair, makeup, whatever. I'm actually doing a really fun fashion try-on after this with Style Snob Boutique, so make sure that you stick around for that. I have some really cute dresses and rompers to share from her boutique. So yeah. Yes, oh my gosh, the 4D mascara is incredible. Highly, highly recommend. So the stick foundation is a really great option if you have mature skin, dry skin, fine lines and wrinkles, large pores, pretty much anyone and everyone it's amazing for, but I really, really love it because it's very just fast, easy, and it's not messy. So if you are new to makeup or you're getting used to applying makeup, and you're not like super confident, this is a really, really good option because of how easy it is. It's literally like painting by numbers. So we're going to take the stick foundation in the shade Lace. That's my true shade. Whatever you are in the liquid, you are in the stick. Yes, you can pair any of the foundations together. So if you wanted to layer your stick foundation underneath your liquid, you completely can. All of the foundations go hand in hand together. So you can build them together, mix them together, whatever you want. The link to the mirror is right here. I will write it again, fancy. And then the code is RAYA15 to save. All right, so stick foundation, we're gonna go on first. And I'm just going to literally mark up our face. So you just go like this, all over. Now I am going to avoid my under eye because I'm going to put concealer there. And with the stick foundation, because of how opaque it is, meaning you can't see through it, I don't really like to layer too much together. So I really love to kind of build slowly. So there is the stick foundation in the shade Lace. And then now I'm going to go in with my Skin Perfecting Concealer in the shade Organza. And I'm going to massage this between my fingers to warm up that consistency. And if you're looking for a really, really good concealer, this one is by far, hands down, my absolute favorite. You cannot see through that. It is amazing for covering whatever you got going on. And I love that it's a little bit of a... I always get tongue-tied on what kind of description I want to give this concealer because it's not drying, but it's not oily. It's like a very happy medium, so it's easy to blend and it's hydrating, but it's not over-hydrating that it's going to crease a ton. So this is the Skin Perfecting Concealer in the shade Organza, and then we just took our stick foundation and we just literally marked up our face all over. Now I'm going to go in with the Blending Bud. Blending buds, you guys, are so important. They are literally like the key to getting flawless finished coverage. So the blending buds are damp. I wring them underneath the water before I got on here, and then wring them out till no water falls from them. Now, these are super important because they're going to compress the makeup down in a place rather than just kind of buffing it on top of your skin. So if you ever feel like your makeup is just like sitting on top of your face or it just doesn't look blended, the blending buds, you guys, are what you're gonna want. So these are game changers for fine lines, wrinkles, large pores, but really for everyone. I highly recommend using them. You can use them with every foundation coverage, liquids, sticks, spray, you name it, but they really, really, really do make a really large difference. If I were to be doing the stick foundation with just a brush, it wouldn't look as soft or as blended or as full coverage. So this is really going to kind of bump up that coverage and make it look that much smoother. So as you see, I'm avoiding my under eye with this, and I'm just kind of going over my cheeks and everywhere else, and I'm always blending down my neck so everything matches really well. Now I'm going to go in with a smaller blending bud, and we're going to bounce this off our under eye and really fine tune that. So I love when you buy them, you get two. You get the large and the small. One's perfect for concealer, one's perfect for foundation. So I'm gonna really blend this in all over. And these are from Unique. So I always tell you guys, these are like different than the blending buds or the beauty blenders you'd find at like Walmart or Sephora or whatever. They're made from like a different material. So these are almost made from like a wetsuit material. So it really kind of bumps it up. Rather than using like an everyday beauty blender sponge, I feel like these absorb a lot of the makeup, which makes your makeup run out faster. Rather than using like a blending bud like this is really going to bump up the coverage and make it look softer and smoother on your skin. All right, so brow pencil, I believe it restocks in August. So my link about the sponge to clean the bathroom. Oh my God, that's so funny. I can't believe that. No kabuki brush. So for the stick foundation, I prefer the blending buds to apply. I feel like it really bumps it up, makes it look so much more fuller coverage and smoother than using a brush or another sponge. So we're gonna bump up the coverage now. So like I said, the stick foundation is completely layerable. So if you wanted more full coverage, you can add it. If you didn't, that's totally fine. You could leave it at that and move on. So again, we're using the stick foundation from Unique. It's $39. You have a love it guarantee. So if you don't love it for any reason, if it doesn't agree with your skin, or if you're not impressed, send it on back, get your money back. So I just appreciate you guys trying it. So if you guys need to be color matched, or if you have any questions, feel free to message me here on Facebook. The easiest way to message me, if you tap on my face right now, a little description window will pop down and you'll be able to click on my name. That name will take you to my Facebook page. So if you haven't yet, make sure you like the page, give it a thumbs up, and make sure you click that follow button too so you don't miss out on any lives or posts. But on that page, you'll be able to see a little area to be able to send me a message. So if you are still having trouble, just go ahead and comment in all caps so I don't miss it, color match. Comment it in the comments, say color match, and my assistant who's watching with me, she will message you. Are you naturally tan? I'm a little bit of both. I use a self tanner, which I'll post right here in the comments. Self tanner. This is the self tanner I use. It's by a company called Glow Pro, and you can use the code RAYA to save on that. All right, so now that our coverage is fully on, can you believe how soft and how flawless my skin looks? Every time I use this foundation, I'm so impressed. So incredible. Oh my gosh, it's so good. No, the stick foundation does not have any SPF in it, which means that there's no flashback, that there's no grease, that there's no oil. I actually love it that it doesn't have any SPF in it, but it is always a good idea to wear SPF. So make sure you put your SPF on before your pre-makeup routine, and your pre-makeup routine should consist of 2 products. You are going to want to use the mattifying or the hydrating face primer, and you're going to want to use the Touch Behold setting spray. So before I put on any makeup, I do my setting spray, primer, setting spray. So that's the routine that I do beforehand. And then I go in with my stick foundation, which you just saw. And we did our Skin Perfecting Concealer on our under eye. So these are the 2 products that we always do after our pre-makeup routine. This was the Stick Foundation by Unique, which you can find all of the makeup and the skincare I'm using right here. rayahopebeauty.com is my website. You could type it in your web browser, or you could just click here, rayahopebeauty.com, and that's where you can find everything. I'm using the shade Lace. What would you recommend if you sit in the sun for face tan? I have a great lotion. Glow Pro actually also has a facial product for tanning too. So I would recommend theirs. I like it because it doesn't clog your pores and it's made for your skin, your face. Is the stick good middle between the liquid and the BB cream? Exactly, Kristen. Yes, I couldn't have said it better myself. Unique foundation using Crease Brush. You just started using blending buds. I've noticed that my deep wrinkles of foundation look so much smoother. Yes, exactly. The blending buds really make a difference. Huge, huge difference. Yes, the blending bud, definitely. What eyeliner do you recommend to stay on the eyelids, not vanish shortly after? I highly recommend the Unique eyeliner in the shade Perfect. We're going to get to that in a minute. Combination skin, the Stick Foundation is really, really good for that, and so is this Ray Foundation. Diana, you're going to want the facial tanning product from Glow Pro, which I wrote up here again. I would like a makeup routine, but don't want all those steps. So that's totally fine, Janet. I have many tutorials that do lighter coverage and faster coverage. It's all up to you what you prefer. I can give you a recommendation for whatever you kind of matches up to your preferences. So this is just what I like, and that I love full coverage. So this is kind of like my routine with it. But if you want something that's faster or simpler, just message me and we can get you all set up. Yes, I have used it. I have done a tutorial with just the powder foundation. If you want to see all of my tutorials, make sure you follow me here on Facebook. I have them all saved. You can check them all out under the video tab on my page, rayahope, or you can check them out on my YouTube channel. If you search rayahope on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. I save them all there as well. All right, so now for contouring, I'm going to do a cream contour today. We're taking the Stick Foundation in the shade Chenille for this step, and we're just going to pop this on. As you see, I'm just kind of bouncing this off my skin in our contour areas, which is the hollow of your cheek. I always kind of keep in mind the top of the ear to the corner of the mouth in this section, but you stop like 2 finger lengths away from your mouth, and then I do around my hairline like that. So I don't go too in-depth with this because we're going to blend it out and we're going to kind of darken it up using a powder to set it, because I have oily skin, so I always make sure I set my products really well. So we're going to take the fat end of the blending bud that we just used, and we're going to bounce this off our skin just like this. This is going to start to blend it out and soften it up, but I'm just going to stay in that hollow right there, and it's going to start to soften that up really, really nicely. And this is really going to give you that structure back to your skin. It's also going to give you that warmth to your skin that gets taken away when you're using foundations. Just from the natural sun on your skin, you get like these really natural tan areas on your face. And when you put on a liquid or a cream foundation, you tend to lose that, and you can look really washed out if you're not giving that back to your bone structure. So we're going to give that on back, and look how soft that is. Doesn't look heavy, doesn't look muddy, doesn't look too much. It's very soft and warm on our complexion. So again, that was the Stick Foundation in the shade Chenille that we just used. Do you get a bigger discount if you buy more? Yes. So the deal this month, the Kudos, is like our monthly deal. Every month it's something different. This month is if you buy 5 products, 5 qualifying products, you get 25% off. If you buy 4, you get 20% off. And if you buy 3, you get 15% off. So obviously the more you buy, the more you save. What is a subtle stick contour shade? I use Tool Foundation. I would still do the shade Chenille for you. Hi, Jacqueline. Welcome. All right, so now that we have all of our cream-based products on, now it's time to set everything so it stays in place all day long. So now I'm going to take my Touch Behold Translucent Setting Powder, and I popped the cap off mine. Typically it comes with a little mesh plate, but I took mine off so I could bake with it. I'm going to take a dry beauty blender, and we're going to take our setting spray, and we're going to mist that on there. And then now I'm going to dip it into the powder, the loose powder, grab it on this brush, or I'm sorry, the bud. And now I'm going to use this, and I like this one because it's flat. There's no other real reason I prefer this one over another. But we're just going to use this on all of the areas that I get really oily or I find that I crease a lot. So it's usually, for me, it's like the center of my face, around my under eyes and my jaw, just in this section. So this is going to absorb any natural oils that are going to be pushing against our foundation, making it look oily or shiny or greasy or make it come off altogether. So this is going to start to absorb those products. It's also going to help to blur pores, also helps to brighten. So if you ever feel like your makeup's been looking really dull, you can always use this product very sparingly in the sections that you want a little bit of some brightening effect. So you can use this for other than setting, you can use it for brightening too. You just want to use less of it. And then same goes for if you have dry skin, you can still utilize this product, but like I said, you're just going to want to use less of it. Von Velour in the mineral pressed powder. What shade would I use in the other pressed powder? Poplin for you, Nikki. I placed more with lots of your help. Yeah, I can't wait for you, Amber. I'm so excited. Color match. I will message you, Donna. For contour with stick. Everyone will do the shade Chenille for the most part. But if you're unsure, just send me a selfie facing a window. Thank you. Awesome. Hi, all my new friends. Thank you for being here. All right, so now for setting our contour, which I'm going to do next, I'm going to take my pressed powder in the shade Twill and this guy right here. So technically this is a pressed powder, but we went up in a few shades, and we're going to use the tapered blusher brush, and I'm going to very light-handedly just go over all of the areas that I contoured with my cream, and this is going to, one, enhance those areas, making it a little bit more bolder and darker, but this is also going to set it. So I'm just going to swirl over those areas very softly using a very light hand. The softer your hand is, the softer the products go on the skin. So just keep that in mind. Soft hands. So we're just going to swirl this over that area. And again, I'm doing this so these products don't crease with my oily skin. So if you don't have oily skin, you could totally just leave it as is and maybe set with the pressed powder for all over. But if you want to enhance it and make sure it kind of pops, I'm going to take this and squeeze. Actually, I'm going to tap off any of that product. And we're going to contour our nose. So wherever you put like a darker shade is going to recede. Wherever you put something highlighted or nothing at all is going to pop forward. So this is really going to enhance, like I said, those contoured areas, but it's also going to make your under eye look brighter, tighter, more youthful. So it does a lot to your skin. All right, so now for all over coverage and to soften up the contoured lines, I'm going to go in with the Mineral Touch Pressed Powder in the shade Taffeta, which is like the perfect, most neutral color ever. If you have a close complexion like me, this color will look so, so good on you. And it just got restocked, so make sure if you haven't yet, you grab it. So I'm using it on a big kabuki brush, and I'm just going to pop this all over. So not only is this going to even out the coverage and soften these lines, but it's also going to give me this really pretty like porcelain doll finish. So it's really like the finishing powder that everyone needs. It's so good. And see how it really just softened up our contour? It was looking a little too bold, and now it just looks very subtle. So again, this right here, must have. That's a Mineral Touch Pressed Powder in the shade Taffeta. All right, so for today's blush, I'm super excited. I feel like I have a hair. Okay, so I'm super excited. This just got restocked. This is the pressed blush in the shade Surreal. When I first saw this on the website, I was like, no, honey. I'm not wearing a purple blush. Unique's crazy. I did end up getting one to try out the color, and I was actually so impressed. You guys ready to see this? You'd think it'd be like purple, right? Crazy trickery. It is the most gorgeous, soft, and subtle blush color ever. Isn't that so pretty? It almost gives you like this dusty rose color. It's not purple whatsoever. It's so beautiful. It has these really like deep tones in it, which give you this really beautiful flush color to your skin. Also has a really gorgeous sheen to it, so it gives you almost this like glowy finish. But it is by far the coolest blush color. This is like, I'm one of those people that always tends to buy the same color. I'm like, ooh, I love nude lipstick, and then I have like 20 of the same exact color. So if you are like that too, branch out, ladies. Grab Surreal. Trust me, it is so pretty, and it just got restocked. So again, that's the shade Surreal and the Pressed Blush, which you can find all the makeup right here, rayahopebeauty.com. All right, Donna, I will message you. All right, so now for highlight, I'm going to use the Touch of Mode Luminizer in the shade Pearly, which is one of my favorite colors for highlighting because it has these really gorgeous rosy gold undertones to it. And I'm just going to use this on my highest parts of my cheekbone to give us that really pretty glowy, dewy finish, just like that. And then you could pop this on your Cupid's bow, but I like to just keep it up here too. Yeah, isn't that blush so pretty? If you guys have any makeup questions that I missed, feel free to comment it again. Sometimes the comments go really, really fast. But if I missed your comment and you're like, girl, I commented like 3 times and you still don't see it, please send me a message. I always empty my inboxes almost every single day. So if you could message me your question or if you need any help, I am so, so happy to help. So make sure you send me a message. Yes, Gina, I will message you. All right, so now our face is completely done. That's so pretty. I love this coverage every time. I'm so impressed. All right, so now that we're done with that, now we're gonna do our brows. So one of my favorite brow products is the Brow Obsession palette. It's a really, really good palette because I love that it doesn't just put everybody in a cookie cutter box. So you get this palette right here. So it's the Brow Obsession palette, and what I was meaning is you get multiple colors. So you get a darker color and you get a lighter color. So if you're like in between shades, gotcha girl. These 2 down here are highlights, and then this is a pomade, so it helps to hold your brow hair like down. So it's perfect. So you're gonna take your Brow Obsession palette, which message me if you're not sure what color to get. Is my foundation creasing because I need the blending buds? It could be, but also message me. Maybe we can troubleshoot what's going on. Do you shave your face? I do like every year, like once a year. Yes, message me and I can give you the link to the strapless. Would you have to buy over 20 products to get that look? No, you would not. I think I've only used like 5 so far. But like I said before, I can give you a recommendation tailored to what your preferences are. So if you want something that's like 5 products or less and you still want to look super flawless, I can make that happen as well. So just message me and we can tailor the recommendation to your preferences. If I just want to use powder, would you recommend the Unique Touch powder or the Touch Mineral? It depends what color you are in the pressed powder. So send me a selfie facing a window. It's more rosy than lustrous. Yes, Vanessa. All right, so now for the brow palette, we're gonna need this guy right here. This is called the Brow Obsession brush. They go hand in hand, they're best friends. They're sold separately, so make sure you grab both. So you're gonna take the angled side and you'll just tap it into the pomade on both sides. And then you're gonna tap it into whatever powder matches your brows the best. Then you're going to go from the tear duct straight up and you're gonna take this angled side and you're just gonna very lightly tap that product right there. Then you're gonna take it from the corner and you're gonna take this all the way to the arch. Try not to lift your pencil too much. You want that really straight line. Once you get to the arch, then you're gonna take whatever's left over and do the exact same thing on the bottom. Go from the corner to the arch. So once you've done that, now I'm gonna go in and grab more powder, not any more pomade. And if I want the line more bolder, which I love a good bold brow, I'll go back over that product to the arch. And then whatever's left over on my brush, I'll take through the tail. I don't overdraw the tail at all, I keep it right on top. Then I'll take even more powder if you're needing it, and then now you're gonna just color in. So now I'll start in the front and just short little strokes. Short little strokes. Just like that. Ta-da! And now you have a really gorgeous framed face. So same exact thing on the other side, 1 time pomade on both sides. Keep that in mind. You don't want to use too much pomade or else your brows will start to look a little like waxy or shiny and it's not a good look. So make sure to only use the pomade sparingly. And then same thing here. Take it to the arch and then throughout the tail. And then fill in. But if you're looking for like the simplest product for brows, if you're like, I am new at doing my brows, I'm a little bit nervous, this is the product to get. And it's so easy to use. Like I said, it's like painting by numbers. So you're just going to outline it and then color in, just like that. The two lower colors are highlight. So you could use those underneath your brow bone if you're wanting to. All right, so now that we're done with our brows, now I'm going to take my my eye pencil. This is the eyeliner in the shade Perfect, and this is my favorite eyeliner. I love it because it actually stays where you put it. So I like to keep it in the outside waterline sections, just in this area on both sides. So like right behind your eyelashes. And like I said, I love that it actually stays put. It doesn't build up in your tear ducts or run or anything like that. It's like $15 too. All right, so now that we have our eyeliner on, now we're gonna do a super, super easy eye look. And it's almost like cheating because it looks like you tried really hard when we're not. What would you use for the other colors? Those two colors are for like your brow bone. Okay, so now what you're going to do is I'm going to use the shade Gullible, which is a matte chocolate brown, and we're going to take the fluffy crease brush. The brush is super important. Make sure you grab it. It is literally the most perfect brush ever. It blends so beautifully. Okay, so we're going to take this and we're going to swirl in the outside corner and then take in through the crease. And then something we're going to keep in mind when we're doing this is rainbow, rainbow, zigzag. You want to make sure you're keeping that little saying in mind because that is going to force your hand to move rather than just kind of sticking and kind of going over and over and over and making it really, really too dark. Something else to keep in mind is how hard you're pushing against your eye or your face. Make sure that you have a light hand, that your brushes are grazing your face rather than being smushed on your face. So keep that in mind as well when you're doing this step. So as you see, I'm avoiding the very center of my eye, and we're going to kind of play off our natural skin tone with that, so it'll almost look like we have a lighter shadow there. So if you have terribly watery eyes, you can use those same eyeliners. You're just going to want to take it underneath rather than right on top. Also, when you're doing your eyeshadow, make sure that you're tapping off your brushes really well because a lot of the times watery eyes are caused from powders getting into your eyes, so you just have like really sensitive eyes. Another thing to keep in mind that you could try is after you're done with all of your powders, make sure that you're setting your makeup really well, and I highly recommend the Touch Behold setting spray for that. It's going to add moisture into your foundation, so it's going to help it expand, and it'll help you with your eyes. Rainbow, rainbow, zigzag. So rainbow through and then zigzag down. So rainbow, rainbow, zigzag. Yeah, exactly. I love your little emojis for it. No, this is the shade Gullible. All right, so now we're going to take the liner shader brush. This is another must-have brush, and I love it because it has dual sides, so you can utilize this side for the lid, but I really love this side, and we're going to take the same exact color, Gullible, and we're going to drag this underneath the lower lash line. And I love purchasing these eyeliners the eyeshadows by themselves because they're only like $12 without the case. So you get essentially an eye look that you can do multiple things with. You can use this color and compress it all over and make it look into more of a smoky eye, or you could do like I am, or you could use it in just the outside corner to create some depth to your eye. So there's so many different fun things that you can do with just the one color. So again, that was the shade Gullible in the liner shader brush. So now that we've done that, now I'm going to take my setting spray and we're going to spray our makeup. Now, the reason that I spray my makeup before I'm actually done with it is two things. One, I always make sure to do so before I do my mascara, because if I were to do my mascara, then do my setting spray, I'm just making my lashes more wet. So it's more likely to transfer, it's more likely to smudge, and it's going to take longer for my mascara to dry. So I like to spray my makeup beforehand, so that way when my mascara goes on, I'm not making it more wet and causing it to take longer to dry. The other reason that you're going to want to make sure that you spray your makeup with the setting spray is, like I said before, It's going to add moisture into your foundation, into your powders to make sure that they expand, which is going to take away the makeup-y look or the powdery look, and it's going to make everything look so much more flawless. Also, it's going to prevent transferring onto your phone or when you hug people. So setting spray is a must-have before and after your makeup. Thank you. But I'm doing Ray's trick and it really works. Yay, Trish, I'm so glad. All right, so now another product, and this is a really good product for those who have watery eyes. This is called the Lash Primer. So we're going to start with this, and we're going to go from the base of the lash all the way up. So this is going to be incredible for holding onto your mascara. It not only does that, but it gives you incredible extra length and volume, and it also helps to hydrate your lashes, which in turn helps them to grow. So we're going to take this from the base of the lash all the way up, just like so. And then you can either let it sit like this for a few minutes if you're wanting to, but I really love to go right in with the 4D mascara because I like it when it's a little bit tacky, so it kind of plays off the 4D. I really do love Gullible too. Yes, I will list my full product list right here. If you go to the looks tab, which I'll post the link right here in the comments, I upload my full product list as well as the tutorial and the finished picture of the makeup look right there. And you can see the full product list as well as the tutorial to match. So I always tell you guys, if you wanting to see like a different type of tutorial, whether you want to see a less is more mom on the go, full coverage with the spray, liquid, you name it. It's a really good spot to check out because I link everything there. So make sure you check that out. And I believe that Gingerly is restocking in August, so don't be too sad. All right, so same thing over here. We're gonna go down from the base of the lash all the way up, and this is called the 4D mascara. This mascara, if you've been wanting to try Unique, but you're like, oh, I don't want to invest too much, but I want to give it a try, the 4D mascara will give you the best impression of Unique. It is incredible. It gives you the most length and volume to your lashes. It has fibers and gel infused in it. It is literally the best mascara ever. But I love, love, love this, and you can layer it. You can add more without it looking too spider leggy or clumpy or whatever. It's so good. So base of the lash all the way up, just like that. Not pretty? So good. All right, so for today's lip look, I'm gonna do my tried and true favorite. Can't help it. I'm gonna do my lip liner in the shade Prudent first. And this is only $15. It's creamy, it's matte, glides on, and it helps to hold your lipstick in place. So I'm gonna line my lips with this. And then I'm gonna color in a little, kind of feather it through. And then now I'm gonna take my liquid lipstick in the shade Subtle, and this is like the lipstick that broke the internet. It is so good. It sold out so fast, and it kept selling out, but it just restocked and it's still in stock. So if you have yet to grab this color, highly recommend. It's literally the perfect nude because it's not too pastel, it's not too pink. It looks good on everyone. So we're gonna take this right here. And we're gonna go from the middle all the way to the lip liner. And then I'll grab just like whatever's on the cap, and the same thing here. So again, this is the shade Subtle in the liquid lipstick. And I love our liquid lipsticks because they are creamy, they're matte, they glide on without drying out your lips. So for overdrawing, what I like to do is I like to go on like where my lip line is, and then that's where I put my pencil. You can do the eye cream in the fridge, yes. And then I'm going to take this all the way to the lip liner, which is going to make it look really smooth. Just like that. I don't really do any mascara on the bottom. Because I use eyeshadow underneath, so it kind of gives the appearance that I have mascara there, but I like only doing mascara on the top because it almost makes my eyes look bigger. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so now that we've done that, now I'm going to top it off with this product. This is not by Unique, actually, so just message me for the link. This is the lip gloss by Kylie Jenner in the shade Diva. And I'm going to line my lips with this for a little bit of zhuzh. Just like that. And there we have it. Isn't that pretty? I love it. So like I said before, make sure to send me a selfie facing a window if you need to be color matched or if you need any recommendations or help picking out products. I'd be so happy to help you. Just send me a selfie. Make sure you're facing the window, not the window behind you, but the window in front of you. And then let me know if your skin is dry, oily, or normal. And then let me know kind of what your preference is. Do you want full coverage, light coverage, whatever? But if you haven't yet, make sure that you click the share button on your bottom left-hand corner. So when you do get your makeup in the mail, you can watch this on the replay and do it along with me. And then turn on the live notifications up here in the top right-hand corner. Click those 3 dots and turn on live notifications. If you have yet to go to rayahope here on Facebook, make sure that you give it a thumbs up and follow the page. So 2 things on the page. Make sure that you like it and you follow it. And then if you go to my Instagram, search rayahope there, and I do a ton of home decor, makeup, hair, fashion, all the fun things. So make sure you go follow me over on Instagram. My name there is rayahope. And I'm also doing a really fun giveaway on my Instagram. So to see all the details on that, make sure that you check out the Instagram stories. So if you go to Instagram, click on the profile picture and the stories will begin to play. Do you have any plum eyeshadow? Yes, I do believe there is, Amber. Tina, there is a presenter's kit if that's what you're asking, but feel free to message me and I can give you kind of a like starter kit. I love watching you. Oh, thank you. Thanks so much, guys. I really, really appreciate you. So let me know if you guys need any help. Message me a selfie facing a window, and I will see you guys in about an hour to do a really fun try on. So if you love fashion, I have a ton of really cute dresses and rompers to share with you guys. So let me know if you guys need any help picking out products. And yes, make sure you check out my looks tab by searching rayahope on the looks tab on my website, or just clicking this link right here for a sneak peek at all of my makeup looks that I've done. So I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Actually, I'll see you in an hour. So I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.